Hey, I'm Jessie Scotch and today we are going to be doing a video about high protein munchy food. So I don't know if you know this, but weed has just been legalized here in Germany, as well as 420 coming up on April 20th. And I thought that it is the perfect time to do a high protein munchy video to fit the April vibe. I thought if you're a gym goer and you also like to smoke, because sometimes these two go hand in hand, and if you get munchies really bad like I do, I found some munchy foods that people really like to enjoy, like easy garlic potato balls, pizza and nuggets, and you know, like all these types of munchy foods that we all go to, but putting a high protein spin on them. And if you're anything like me, I really enjoy cooking. I think it's like a nice creative outlet.
I guess why I'm making these videos.
Throughout the video, I will be smoking while I'm cooking because I enjoy putting the two together. The first recipe that we have is like a little creation that I have kind of made up myself, which is like a high protein pizza, but it's not a pizza because there is no bread in it. But I have just started doing is using, like, do you remember this video? It was like a viral moment for potatoes where everyone was smashing the potatoes and then it was creating these flat cheesy potato things. So I kind of used that concept and I would boil the potatoes. It doesn't sound happy. Oven tray and some baking paper. You want to start off by putting some coconut oil down. You just kind of want to press it down so it smashes. And then I would smash them and put them into the oven and get a little bit crispy. Okay, so while the potatoes are getting nice and crispy first, we're going to prep some things. I want to just saute some garlic and mushrooms first, and I also need to cook the chicken. Okay, so now like this is like technically how I like to lay out the chicken and the potatoes so that it makes the base and then all of the stuff is evenly spread. And then you kind of place it around the potatoes. So it's like a potato is an island and the chicken is the water. I don't know why I'm explaining it this way. And then you put all of your pizza toppings on top. Your sauce, I mean, I would make the sauce using quark as well, just to make more protein. So I would mix a tomato-based sauce, whatever pizza sauce, bolognese sauce, tomato sauce. This one I've never tried before. I just randomly picked it tonight. So with some low-fat herbal quark. Not really working with one hand. That would be my sauce and I would pour it all over it. And then you just add whatever toppings that you want. I added mushroom and pineapple, and I also added a little bit of pesto, and I added some low-fat chicken pepperoni and then a little bit of cheese on top, and then you put it back into the oven. So our delicious looking pizza, oh my god, it looks so fucking big, but I'm excited. So it'll go in the oven again, and then once it comes out, your pizza's done. And there we have it. The pizza is ready. And to be fair, like, okay, you can't pick it up and eat it like a slice of pizza, but all the flavors go really well together that it just, I mean, in my opinion, it tastes better than a pizza. I don't really know how to show you that it's good. I mean, you can see at the bottom it's nice and crispy on the bottom, and I mean, if you have a look at the bottom of the chicken, it's also nice and crispy, so it's not like soft and mushy, but all the flavors go really well. So I'm just going to read the macros because I've already did the macros for it. For the whole thing that I just made, it has 123 grams of protein. It's a pretty big serving, but like if you can eat half a pizza, a whole pizza, like that will fill you up. 108 carbs and only 31 grams of fat. For the amount of protein you have, it's quite good, I think. But the calories, it is 1,153 calories, but I think for the serving it's quite good. Let's see the macros for a pizza normally. What are the macros for a Domino's pizza? Okay, so it says a medium-sized Domino's pizza is somewhere around 1,600 to 1,900 calories. So if you wanted to eat a whole pizza, it would be better to make your own pizza like this as the comparison. If you're wanting to be more fitness conscious and, I don't know, eat it every day. I mean, you could also have higher protein with this as well, depending on the cheese you used. I just used a vegan cheese because I like it better personally. I think it tastes nicer. But if you used normal cheese, it would also make the protein higher. And then we made some high protein cheesy garlic bites. For this recipe, they claim that one of the balls is 65 calories and that it has 3.5 grams of protein per cheesy ball. And I mean, just like look at the video. They look so fucking good. I was like,
oh yeah,
I have to make it. Apparently in this recipe, it makes 9 rolls. One serving of the 9 rolls is 65 calories, 1 gram of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 3.5 grams of protein. For this recipe for the rolls, into a bowl you will mix half a cup, which is 113 grams of Greek yogurt, 2/3 of a cup, which is 151 grams of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I just used baking powder. I don't know if it's the same, but it worked out okay. So we need to put some garlic, flour, garlic, and then salt and garlic powder. Mix dough ingredients. I'm going to fill it with some Eat Lean cheese because it said that you needed cheese sticks, but it's got this. If I can open it, man. Cut your cheese sticks into 3 for 9 pieces. And then we also have some of this garlic butter. Why is everything so hard? Oh my god, this is so complicated. So we're going to get some dough and I guess flatten it out. And then we put some cheese and then some garlic butter in there and maybe fried up garlic and just sprinkle that on top. Can you see it? And then we roll it up maybe. Uh-oh, I already broke it. Actually, no, I think this one you're supposed to put the garlic butter on the outside of them, not on the inside. Oh. So don't do that. But it looks like a little pod. To center of the ball and roll. Try to cover as best as you can or it will come out of the breading. I don't like the smell of it though. Brush with the garlic butter. Put it into the air fryer for 8 to 12 minutes or until golden and enjoy. And a little bit of the garlic butter onto it. I don't know if like the yogurt was off, but it just tastes really badly like how the yogurt smelled. Doesn't really have the best flavor to it, in my opinion.
Huh?
Still needs more garlic. And like you can see as well, the dough is super fluffy. It's not like a thin one. It's super fluffy. It's a really nice consistency. It's super fluffy on the inside. I don't know though. I would just maybe get like a different yogurt. I really don't like the taste of the yogurt in that. The cheese balls, I really didn't enjoy the smell of the Greek yogurt. I don't know if it was like I mean, it was definitely a new Greek yogurt that I got. I hadn't had this brand before, so I don't know if it was just the brand or not, but I could really smell the Greek yogurt even after they were cooked, and it was kind of putting me off eating it a little bit. Using the other ones I've used in the past, this total 0% fat one, this one always tastes good in the baking. The one that I used, it was, I don't know, had a really weird smell, and maybe the yogurt was off, I don't know, but I didn't get sick, so it was obviously okay. These were really good. I think I somehow messed up with the garlic butter though, because I didn't really have any garlic butter left, but I think that's also because I wanted to make some cheesy garlic potato balls as well. So I was doing the two things at the same time. While I was trying to make the garlic butter balls, I also made some potato garlic balls. Well, actually the potato cheesy balls I did try and make in another video once, but I wanted to try and improve on this recipe. So I decided that this was the best time to do it. It actually turned out really good. So what we did with this one is you just need one large potato, peel it, boil it, and you want to mash it with a fork. Into a bowl, you will add 57 grams of corn flour. In my case, I just used an all-purpose flour, universal flour. I don't know what it's called, but a flour that does everything. And then you want to knead it until it becomes a dough-like consistency. Then you want to take some of the dough and roll it into a bit of a ball, but also flatten it at the same time with your hands until it becomes like a little plate. And then you want to add your bit of cheese And then I added the garlic butter in there as well. And then you kind of roll it until it's all closed and you can't see any little gaps of it coming out or anything anywhere. So you want to then close it up and shape it into like a disc. So once you've rolled all of your little potato balls, then you want to add it into a fry pan and then just keep flipping it until it gets nice and golden brown and you think it's all cooked and melted in the inside. And then enjoy the cheese pool. These were so good. The consistency of the potato with the cornstarch, or the consistency of the potato and the flour, it's just like so soft, and I really enjoy this a lot better than bread. So with the cheese and garlic rolls, they were really good, but I definitely preferred the potato ones. Obviously the potato ones won't have as much protein, but the potato ones taste so much better and the consistency is so much nicer. They're so much softer. And then I fell over. I think with the garlic rolls, it just needed more garlic butter. So I stuffed up there because I didn't make enough for both. But they were both really, really good. But yeah, these two, 10 out of 10. So fucking good. I just smashed them so as soon as I finished cooking them. But the cheese pools were like... And then I found a recipe for chicken nuggies. In the recipe, it claims to have 80 grams of protein for the chicken nuggets, which is pretty good. And this recipe makes about 8 to 10 chicken nuggets. You'll need 3 rice crackers, salt, pepper, paprika, garlic. Blend the rice cakes with a teaspoon of all the spices and seasonings. I think I just put it into like the food processor and just minced it up. 350 grams of chicken mince. Adding 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of salt, pepper, garlic into the chicken mince and some coconut flour, and mix together well until it becomes a bit sticky. And then you roll the chicken nugget shapes. I don't really know what a chicken nugget shape is. I feel like it's kind of like a little blobby thing is the standard chicken nugget shape for some reason, but I think you can do any shape. Then dip the chicken into the rice mix. Flip it over onto both sides so then the rice cake crumbing mixture evenly covers it. And then once you've done it and you've run out of chicken, have a little bit of oil. Let's drizzle it over it. And then we're going to put it into the air fryer. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. It worked. Then you want to cook the chicken nuggets in an air fryer for about 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown, and enjoy. I just put it at 200 degrees. I don't know if it really said it in the recipe. I can't remember right now. They taste exactly like chicken nuggets, I guess. It's very hard to swallow. It needs some sauce. Yeah, it's very dry, but it does taste good. I mean, the thing is that they look like meatballs to me more than chicken nuggets, but maybe that's just by design and I just fucked it up somehow. No, they taste good. They're quite flavoursome. No, they're pretty good. They do taste like chicken nuggets. The texture of them was really nice. The smell of them was amazing. They just tasted exactly like chicken nuggets, and it has so much protein in them. It's just a little bit dry. They're okay. They definitely need a sauce. I don't really have any sauce though, so that's a shitty thing. Maybe I have to try and make something that will be good. But yeah, as I was saying, now I remember, the little rice cake bits, they get stuck in your mouth, and I feel like I just choked for a minute there, so that wasn't really cool. They do taste good, but they're just dangerous. With munchy foods, I think that we also think about like takeaway foods and things like that. So I seen this next recipe and it was popcorn chicken. So I seen this recipe and I was like, this is like a perfect munchy food. I definitely want to try and recreate this. So for this recipe, you will need 28 grams of all-purpose flour, 2 grams of baking powder. So for the, is it 11 secret herbs and spices that KFC has? They gave a list. Is there 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There is. It says you will need 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of mustard, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of basil, 1 tablespoon of celery, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of white pepper, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and 1 tablespoon of ginger powder. I just did what I had in my house, which was not all of those. 300 grams of diced chicken breast and 1 egg whisked. Then you want to put all of the chicken breasts into the egg, so then they were all coated evenly. And then I put all of them into the powder, but this wasn't the best idea. I wouldn't recommend doing it this way because everything just clumped together and it didn't coat the chicken individually. It just put it all into one big blob. I don't know if this is right. I feel like it's too wet. Then I just put it into the air fryer for about 12 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. But I think that you should do each little one individually because then it would have been coated better and it would have been more crispy. Mine weren't crispy on the outside. They were definitely just like little bits of cooked chicken with lots of herbs and spices on them. They tasted good and they were a really nice soft texture and they were cooked perfectly and everything like that, but they weren't like popcorn chicken. It was just like chicken pieces. It doesn't taste like popcorn chicken, but I didn't have all the herbs, so like we can't talk about munchy foods without talking about like dessert munchy foods, right? Like there's so many good dessert ice creams and chocolates or lollies or all of this type of stuff. So I found a couple of high protein desserts that I just wanted to try. They're high protein. They looked good. I was very excited to make a couple of sweet things. One of the high protein dessert recipes that I thought would be good for munchy food was the crispy chickpea high protein chocolate. It has 8 servings and it claims that it is 113 calories per serving, 8 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, and 8 grams of protein. You will need 1 can of chickpeas. This is a little bit vague. It doesn't really tell you like what size of a can of chickpeas do you need. And I didn't find a can of chickpeas. I had a jar of chickpeas. Does it mean the same? You want to start off by draining and rinsing the chickpeas and pat dry. Air fry for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees or until they are crispy. Melt 80 grams of chocolate of your choice with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Once you have finished melting the chocolate, then add the 1 scoop of protein powder into it and mix until it is well combined. Then on top of the chickpeas, pour the chocolate on top and then a pinch of the sea salt. Yeah, put it in the fridge for a couple of minutes or until it sets. This is what it's looking like. Hello.
So if you like crunchy chocolate and textures,
ASMR. You hear my voice break.
Oh my god, what is that?
I guess I thought it would be like a harder crunch. It's not that hard, but it kind of crumbles in your mouth with the chocolate and everything's so velvety and it really works. It's really good.
The consistency and the flavors, like the crunchiness of the chickpeas as well as the velvetness. Velvety. The crunch of the chickpeas as well as the velvetiness. Why can't I say this? I don't think it's a word. The velvetiness. The melting of the chocolate. The chocolate would just like melt in your mouth. Maybe I didn't leave it in the fridge for long enough, but I have to say I liked it, so no complaints. I definitely ate the whole thing that night though, so 8 servings, 1 serving. No regrets. And then I seen this recipe which was like high protein volume fluff is what it's called. Doesn't sound very appetizing. So it claims that it is 240 calories and has 25 grams of protein. It's a very easy dish to make. So into a food processor, you just want to put in 1 scoop of protein powder with 150 grams of ice, 100 mils of unsweetened almond milk. I think I forgot the almond milk and just used water. 150 grams of frozen mango and put it into the food processor for 2 to 3 minutes. Unfortunately, the food processor thing that I had wasn't really mixing it very well because everything was kind of sticking up the sides. It was just getting the ice and then just pushing everything up. So then I put it into like a smaller smoothie food blender drink thing and I just put it into that and then blended it up the rest of the way. And then it did have a very smooth consistency. It gave me more of like a frappe consistency. It definitely still had like little bits of the ice in there, but I kind of liked it. The flavors went really well. It definitely tasted good, and it was like, you know, when you're younger and you mix your ice creams around until it turns into like ice cream soup. It just gave me like this nostalgic feeling of when you're younger and you would just mix it.
Good soup.
Then, oh, I have brain freeze. Oh. I like it. I think it tastes pretty good. If I had to do a favorite recipe for today, pizza, the cheesy garlic balls or the cheesy potato garlic balls and the chickpea chocolate were my favorite of this video, but I have to say all of them tasted really good. I can't say any of them were bad. It's just that the KFC chicken nuggets didn't work out so well, but that's just because I was just being impatient and lazy pretty much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making this video. Something a little bit different. I don't know if I'll ever do something like this again, but if you did like it, let me know. So yeah, if you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.